I was trying to record this conversation with Eloy, but there was a cuss word, and I already used two cuss words in the video, and it was my first two ever. So, yeah, we're talking about people who stay in relationships and just are whacked in their head.
Oh man, let me try this again without the F word. People simply, in my opinion, invest too much, and they invest too much too quickly. That's the problem. They go out on one decent date, and all of a sudden they're going steady. Maybe the second date, they're in love. The third date, if they have sexual intercourse, they want to get married, and then they wonder why they have so many ruined relationships. You're not giving it a chance to actually blossom. You're not giving it a chance to get to know each other and figuring out whether you two are meant to be. You got these guys crying over their girlfriends. Oh, she's so loyal. I love her. She's beautiful. She's perfect. It's only been 2 months. You know nothing about her aside from the fact that she looks great when she goes out with you.
But that's worth something, though.
It's worth something, but it has nothing to do with who she really is and her personality. And that's why so many people get heartbroken and they're like flipping out and crying and can't get their work done. And I mean, I know so many guys. I know this one guy, his girlfriend's playing him. He's known her 7 months tops. They started dating 6 months ago. You see that? 1 month knowing someone, and they're dating. Now she's playing him. I should know because she's talking to me about it. She's trying to play him with me. I'm
Whoa.
telling him, look, man, your girlfriend isn't exactly perfect. And he's like, in denial. It's impossible. She's perfect. I'm like, no, dude. You barely know this girl. A few months. You barely see each other because of a long distance relationship. Come on. What's up?
It kind of takes me to the song for today, though, Eloy.
You have a song for today.
Well, today's topic, we're talking about weird relationships, and I recently encountered a phenomenon that I'm having a hard time getting my head wrapped around. I thought I'd enlighten people into what it's called, and it's called emotional blackmail. Have you heard of this before?
I'm aware of the concept, yes.
Well, I've heard of it. I wasn't really too aware of it, but it's basically when somebody uses coercion, uses some type of method to squeeze you a little bit. If you don't, here, let's start the song and teach you a little. They may threaten to make things difficult for you. They constantly make you feel uncomfortable too. Okay, I don't know where that weird voice came from.
Well, I mean, that was Darren with his great performance about emotional blackmail, blackmailing us to listen to him.
So I don't think today was a good music day, but well, yeah, I guess Google the term emotional blackmail. I wasn't really prepared for a song about that topic. I'm not an expert at it. But what I am an expert at is web design and SEO through Regillo.
Indeed, Regillo Small Business Solution is regillos.com. REGILLOS.com.
That's where you'll find it. And well, this wasn't really supposed to be a video about Regillo, but we're talking about
it's a
people.
Shameless plug. They'll deal with
You know,
it.
as a plug. So back to relationships and emotional blackmail. So here's what emotional blackmail is. It's where, like, in a relationship where there's children, they maybe use as a pawn. Like, hey, if you don't do this, you won't see your kids. Or maybe even sexuality with, hey, if you don't do it this way, I'm not going to sleep with you. Or if this happens, or you're destroying me, or you're not the man I thought I were, or you were not the woman I thought you were, this or that. Or it's just that kind of, ugh. It, ugh.
What you're saying is that emotional blackmail, although I honestly will say, listening to that to an extent, it's part of a relationship because you're going to express your emotions and people are going to feel bad knowing they hurt you. But emotional blackmail is when you use it to an extreme, where you're using the fact that someone else cares about you as leverage to get something that you shouldn't have. Obtaining something you have no right to get by threatening them with their emotions. You have no right to these things, but you're saying, if you don't give this to me, if you don't do this for me, you're letting me down, you're hurting me, I'm not going to be with you, I'm not going to give you my love anymore. At which point you become somewhat of a prisoner in the relationship where you shouldn't be there, the person's bad for you, but they kind of force you to feel hurt every time you consider leaving them.
That's exactly it. There shouldn't be threats or any kind of perceived, and it doesn't have to even be threats. I mean, let's be real. In any relationship, the nonverbal applies too, where you get that look from your significant other when you do something, and it's like, that
Yeah.
crazy look that it's like, all right, well, wait a second, what did I do? Hey, relax, relax, relax.
Yeah, I mean, I believe that relationships should be organic. I think people need to stop trying to force them and just see where they go. That's what I was talking about earlier with people going out 1 or 2 dates and they're all like, I'm in love. It's like, no, stop talking about love at first sight and having sex and then believing you should be married. Can't you guys enjoy each other's company and just see where it goes? And if you two decide to simply, because it's the best solution, stop dating others and move in, then you move in. But don't do it because you feel like you're supposed to, because it's been 6 months and you've been dating. So now the next step is moving in, and the next step is engagement, and the next step is marriage. That forced conception of relationships is partly why we have such a hard time actually finding someone we enjoy.
Yeah, there's too many set rules. You're right. That's like the whole, you know what, we've been out 2 times. We got to do this.
Exactly. Everything should just happen organically between the two people involved. That way, you'll have a healthier and you'll be happier because you relieve yourself from a lot of those stressful preconceptions of what you should be doing. Where it's at, you'll no longer be measuring it by what you've been taught relationships should be. Like you'll tell your friend, "Oh, we've dated, we went out twice, and he hasn't done this already." Well, it's none of her business. It's your relationship. It's you two people, and let you guys connect as it comes naturally. I think that is the closest thing to true natural love. If you're forcing it generically and trying to make it a fairy tale book, how natural is that?
It's not. That's the problem too in relationships. Where it becomes a problem is where people change, and you can't change in a relationship. People out there of YouTube, if you're actually watching this far into this video, well, thank you. I didn't know that you were paying attention, but anyway, you can't really do that. If you change for somebody, then eventually you're not going to like yourself, and neither will they, and they're going to go and get out of the relationship and find somebody who is like you before you changed.
Indeed. I mean, but you have to remember, keep in mind that there's a difference between simple compromise, like fine, I'll sleep on the left side of the bed, and changing yourself. That doesn't mean you should be completely stubborn. When the
No.
person that you're with tells you, "Hey, can you change this? Because it's kind of hurting me." You're like, "Screw off! I am who I am. You get the right side of the bed. Screw you."
Well, there's change and there's compromise. There's compromise is good. Hey, you know what? I like this concept here, and I don't know if people would ever watch our video, but I think they would watch this if it were a TV channel.
If there were a TV channel, we were like cheesily sitting around Oprah.
Yeah, I have chairs. I have a sofa and everything. I even have a. Yeah. Could you get a video camera?
um, what we should do is make like a flash video
Okay.
to
Well, thanks for moving into the level of complication that we're not going to complete it. All right, go ahead.
well, no, we can make just flash videos, something that gives flash while listening. Oh, we're still recording.
We're still recording.
Oh, hello, people out there to land.
Yeah, we gotta. It's YouTube, and I do a vlog every day, and I was gonna try to make this my vlog, but I usually do a song. So, here it was about here. Here, I'm gonna go, and it's the emotional blackmail song. I can't believe you're being so selfish. This just isn't like you. You're only thinking of yourself. You never think about my feelings. I really thought you were different from other people I've been with. I guess I was wrong. That's the stupidest thing I ever heard. Everyone knows you're supposed to be this way or that way. How can you be that way? You're being some kind of idiot. And man, my voice is so awesome. And
Dude, beautiful voice. You
thank
sound
you,
like a
thank
young
you.
Celine Dion.
Yeah, I know it's beautiful.
Emotional blackmail. There you go. See? Can't you just make it nice, like a Barney song, like once in a while you're blackmailed, and it's not fair. Okay, whatever.
Wait,
So
what?
make
Wait,
it like a kid song, so
all right.
so that people could sing it while they're like cutting their vegetables. You won't blackmail me. You won't blackmail me.
Emotional blackmail, it's no fun, it's no good. Be yourself. Ta-da! How's that?
There you go. Little jazz hands at the end.
Yeah. All right, well, all right, enough for the vlog. Let's make a real video one of these days about our business by the end of today, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah,
But this was a fine video. I enjoy expressing myself, and anyone who did.